Okay, we're in this problem. We're trying to basically derive this identity. So we have tangent of u minus v equals tangent u minus tangent v over 1 plus tangent u tangent v. And so in doing this, we are told to use the sum and difference formulas, really the difference formulas for sine and cosine. So if we have tangent of u minus v, that's sine of u minus v over cosine of u minus v. And what is sine of u? That's going to be sine of u cosine of v minus sine of v cosine of u divided by cosine of u cosine of v plus sine of u sine of v. Okay, now it's interesting to think we're trying to get to this other formula with the tangent. What I want to point out here is if you look at this part here and realize we want it to be a 1, this is kind of your big clue as to what to do next. And so it's really not obvious until you start thinking about it this way. I want this cosine u cosine v, that's a v, to become a 1. So what I'm going to do is, I should change colors back to, I'm going to go to blue because I like blue a lot more. I'm going to say, okay, tangent of u minus v is equal to that sine of u cosine of v minus sine of v cosine of u over cosine of u cosine of v plus sine of u sine of v. I'm going to multiply this by 1 over cosine of u cosine of v over 1 over cosine of u cosine of v. So in essence, I'm going to be dividing that term out to make it into a 1. And let's see how it affects everything else. It's going to be equal to sine of u cosine of v over cosine of u cosine of v minus sine of v, cosine of u over, and you mind if I change the order because multiplication's commutative, it doesn't matter, cosine of v cosine of u over cosine of u cosine of v over cosine of u cosine of v plus sine of u sine of v over cosine of u cosine of v. So having it written like that, we can look at this and start canceling things out and realize that tangent is sine over cosine. So if I were to start dividing things out, I would have the cosine v is going to go away there. Over here, the cosine u's are going to go away. Over here, cosine u divides out, and cosine v divides out. So really, we just have 1 times 1 over 1 times 1. And then the last part, we just have sine over cosine, sine over cosine. So this will lead us to have sine of u over cosine u. I'm going to write it like this, and I'll do one more step. Minus sine of v over cosine v divided by 1 plus sine of u over cosine of u times sine of v over cosine v. And this will lead to tangent of u minus tangent of v over 1 plus tangent of u times tangent of v. So that is our goal too. That's what we got. So hopefully that makes sense.